Good morning, fish keepers. Cam here from the fishroom.co.nz. It is Friday. Let's celebrate with coffee. Happy days. I'm on plunger brew today. Random instant. Some people think that's a good thing. Other people will not. But I'm on the plunger today, so I'm pretty happy with that. Right, so I got my book of scribbles on today. Not too much today. It's been a pretty busy, full-on hectic day. Hectic week, packing orders like as per normal. We've got a bit of stuff to go on. Again, trying a few different things with the lighting. So I've opened these curtains behind me. So hopefully that radiates my face a little bit more beautifully. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get on with it. So obviously, again, down past Auckland, we're in level 2 lockdown. So the shop will be returning to its normal hours, or has returned to its normal hours this week, and it will be as per normal. So Tuesday through Sunday, 10 till 4:30 is our hours. We've got the manual sign-in stuff over there with the hand sanitizer stuff. We've got the QR code thing set up, which we already had set up, and I believe masks have to be worn in the shop according to government guidelines. So that's where we're at with that, but we will be open as per normal. So if you are locally or in Nelson, get amongst it. We are here. Well, I'm here Tuesday through Sunday, 10 to 4:30. Oh, yes, coffee. Did you know you can buy these coffee mugs on our website? Might be the first time that I've said this. The fishroom.co.nz, you can own yourself the Fishroom coffee mug. Anyway, next thing is that we have the Tour Equist full product range back in stock. We're out of stock for about a week or so of that. We'll let everything back in and in big volume. Sent an email out earlier in the week to everybody about that. So if you are interested in that product range, if you are growing plants, that is definitely well worthwhile. I've been trialing it at home on my own tank. So I've been using the Complete, which is 3 from memory, and the Tour Equist Fix, which is to do sort of knock off algae and stuff like that. So far so good. I think I've been running it for 4 weeks now. The Fix definitely seems to be knocking back the black bed that I had hanging around. It has also knocked out my Pothos that I had hanging on the outside of the tank. So I believe it was that. The Pothos itself was going fine until I started adding the Fix. So word of warning, if you do have Pothos or some other plants that are growing outside of your tank, drawing the nutrients from the tank water, that product might affect them. It's definitely something I believe that it's caused that. So I've taken my Pothos out, put in a glass of water. That's actually rotted away all the root, which is growing really strong. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it'll pop back from that and it'll be okay, and I'll put it into a different tank. But as far as the fertilizer goes, so far so good. I'm pretty happy with it. Looks like a lot of the Anubias and stuff are looking quite green and quite lush. I know they take a bit of while to sort of really show their true form after a change like this, but it might be a placebo, but I definitely think it looks like they're growing nicely. The Embulia that I had recently put in the tank is going crazy. You know, that is Embulia, of course, it is what it is. The red pine that I have in there, it's not going red, but it's definitely growing lusher and fuller. I think it's not growing red purely because I had some Indian fern floating on top, which has sucked back so much nutrients. It's got massive. I had to throw in a big clunk of that out, and it put some more light back into the tank. So I think all the reds were sort of struggling to convert from their immersed green colour into the new lush red. So now I've taken that big clump of Indian fern out. I'm expecting them all to grow a bit stronger and go a bit red. So all things are good so far with that product range. So I'm going to keep trying with it and seeing how it goes. But so far so good. I'm really happy with it. I didn't notice a lot of crypt melt. There was a little bit, but not as much as I was expecting. So I'm pretty happy with that as well. Definitely a little bit with the Balance, but not drastic amounts. So that was kind of good as well. It's always a positive when your crypts don't melt when you're pulling them up and using different fertilizer and things like that. We got some fish in this week, which I know a lot of people will be pretty excited about. Unfortunately, they're not for sale just yet. So we've got ourselves some rummy nose tetras in group of Julii, Corridoris, Curly Loaches, and Pygmy Corridoris. So we've got ourselves a few fish in. As I've said for multiple times, we're going to hold them out the back for a few weeks medicate as required, make sure they're all feeding, all pumped up, and everything's looking really healthy before we go to sell them. I think at this stage we'll probably have fish for sale before we can sell them in the shop, because the shop system won't be set up in time. I've got a little note about that later on as well, but the shop system I don't think will be set up in time, and it won't be cycled and everything by the time all the other fish are ready. So the 20 odd tanks we've got at the back, we're going to fill them up with fish, be having for a couple of weeks, like I said, and then move them, I think, straight from about the back onto the website for sale, so everybody will have to buy them that way before the shop tanks are finished doing their thing. And so online with the shop tanks, last week we obviously had the backing seals put onto the first block of them. That looks really good. I ordered the plumbing, got them ready to go. I gave them a ring on Tuesday, and they still hadn't quite got all the parts that I required. They were either on a boat or stuck in the Wellington Wharf before the ferry sort of thing. So everyone is struggling a little bit getting stuff into places. So I'm hoping they'll ring me today or on Monday, and the plumbing will be here. Once the plumbing's here, obviously we can plumb it all up, put some holes in some walls, connect some sumps, make some magic happen, and get some water going. So we're close, just not quite there yet. But like I said, once we've got all the tanks at the back full, we'll be able to start selling fish that way. So we'll have some ready to go really soon. Just won't be walk into the shop and pick out what you want. It'll just be the online side of it for the time being. But we'll get there when we get there. Of course, we're still running our sales for the month. Full bug bites, the full goldfish range, the crumble and the flake. We have all this on special. Bug bites in general is a really good product range. Don't have any goldfish to really try them on. But from all accounts, everyone that I've sold these to and asked for a bit of information about afterwards all been happy. So, fluval bug bites, goldfish. And of course, the entire Rapashi range is on special this month as well. I just haven't picked this one because I really like the Ecampo Explorer. And it was the one that I was waiting for ages for it to come in. And obviously it's here now, so I'm really happy with that. We've got the entire range of Rapashi on special for the rest of the month, which is only about 10, 13 days or something like that. So it's not long left. So if you want some high quality food, Rapashi is the way to go. And it's on special for the month. We've also got a couple other things chomping along. We've got the Sierra test kits. All of them are on special, the whole range of that. So save some money for them for a test kit at the moment. And we also have, off the top of my head, the Tank Made internal filter range, which is a really good bang for buck. They're all on special as well. There's definitely other things, so those are just ones that I can think of off the top of my head. And I spoke a lot, and I need some caffeine. Oh, that's really good. Believe it or not, I'm trying to lower my intake of caffeine throughout the day. 2, maybe 3 coffees a day is what I'm after. Last thing we've got is I'm still in the middle of my stock take. It would appear that stock takes are not very helpful if you don't have the cost price of the items that you're trying to count, put aside them. So I've had to stop counting and go through every single item and make sure that I put the cost price in, which has made a massive delay. I'm hoping that today I've pretty much cleared my entire work day, other than packing the orders that have come through last night and obviously today, and people that come to the shop. But I've cleared most of the day. Everything else is gone, so hopefully I can get through the list of all the inventory that I can put prices to everything, and then I can begin counting and we can go from there. So there has been the odd thing that's been sold that's been out of stock because I haven't been up to date with my stock take. So a couple of people out there have contacted me already. I'm really sorry about that. We'll get things in as quick as possible so we can get everything out to you. And hopefully I can keep up to date with stock takes and that issue won't happen ever again. That is literally all that I've got in my scribble book today. So if there's anything else anybody wants to talk to or talk about, that would be fantastic. I'm more than happy to answer questions or talk about anything. Otherwise, I'll get into work and do what I've got to do for the rest of the day. Definitely got some fun things planned for the upcoming next 6 to 8 weeks. I'm not going to spoil too much, but one of the biggest, funnest part of the year is coming up for me. We do an event every year in October, which is coming up, so I'm getting pretty fizzy about that. It's always exciting. For those of you that have been around the Fish Room Facebook page for a while, you will know or may have an idea of what I'm talking about. For those of you who haven't, you're in for a treat. It's an opportunity for you guys to win some cool prizes as well as have a bit of fun at the same time. So that's coming up in the next few weeks. So I'm beginning at planning as soon as I get through the stock take. If there's nothing else anybody wants to talk about or talk to, I will be gone. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good one. Happy fish keeping. Catch you later.